May 13th, 2025, in the heart of Seoul's bustling Gangnam district, a young man stood on the rooftop of a 15-story building. For over 3 hours, he remained there, teetering on the edge as emergency responders and onlookers watched in tense anticipation. This wasn't some overproduced movie scene or a desperate clout-chasing publicity stunt. Earlier that day, Homeboy had actually posted on Instagram, "I will live stream the end," as in, for YouTube, I can't say it, but guy was literally ready to rage quit life, if you know what I'm talking about. So what inner turmoil drove him to this edge? What circumstances converged to bring him here? What path led him to this critical juncture of his life? Well, we'll get back to him, because to understand his predicament, we have to understand that this incident isn't isolated. Across the globe, individuals find themselves confronting profound questions about existence, purpose, and the value of life. But you see, the problem is, the answer to these questions are really about as realistic as your Roblox girlfriend. Philosophically, there is only one real question that one needs to ask in life, and that is, to be or not to be. Is the juice worth the squeeze? That's the one philosophical question, apparently. Well, that is according to everyone's favorite trenchcoat-wearing, cigarette-sucking, Algerian absurdist philosopher, Albert Camus. Yes, Camus with an S at the end. Please don't ask me why they spell it like this. It's not a typo. Just pretend like the S is not there, and let's move on. Thank you very much. So there's this book Albert Camus wrote called The Myth of Sisyphus. Sorry, let me try that one more time. The Myth of Sisyphus. If you don't know who Sisyphus is in Greek mythology, he's basically a sweaty Greek dude in CrossFit hell, pushing a rock up a hill like it's his unpaid internship in eternity. Like, for me, this is a pretty open and closed book metaphor. Sisyphus represents the human condition in an indifferent universe, condemned to eternally push a boulder up a hill only for it to roll back down, embodies the repetitive and seemingly futile nature of human existence. He's basically speedrunning a never-ending side quest with 0 XP gain. So why is our rock-rolling buddy living here in permadeath mode with no save file? Just wondering here, like, what bright ideas does Camus have to say about this super sussy situation Sisyphus finds himself in? With Sisyphus as a metaphor, Camus introduces this spicy little concept called the absurd. It's basically the awkward silence you hear while swiping right on meaning in a universe that left you on read. God ghosted you like a bad Tinder date. Life's a mess, nothing matters. The universe is giving us the silent treatment. So at this point, most of us staring into the meaningless void might think to ourselves, oh, wait, geez, like, what's the harm in just rage quitting and logging out of life? I wouldn't say that. I freaking love life. Life is awesome. Life is great. But we're not talking about you. We're segueing back into this guy here. Does he think it's okay that after looking into a meaningless void, that it's okay to just go ahead and do the whole Irish goodbye? To this notion of the absurd, life isn't just hard. It's a cosmic prank with no punchline. We want purpose. The universe sends spam. I mean, he's got a good point there. Life is hard. There's no meaning. I mean, really, there's no reason not to do it. Just do it. Come on. Do it. What's holding you up? Come on. You know you want to. Gee, I'm sorry. It's very insensitive. Look, okay, this guy actually lived in the end, so, I mean, just stop with the hate comments, please. He had an intense 3-hour standoff with the emergency personnel, and he eventually came down from his balcony of misery. But, like, what was it that went through his head in those 3 hours that got him to come down? What was it that led him wanting to alt F4 out of life to thinking, hey, maybe we should give this another go? Was it Camus? Was he reading Camus? So, like, let's have a little hypothetical thought experiment, shall we? He's up there, 15 stories high, teetering, wind in his hoodie, contemplating the cosmic alt F4, the crowd's holding its breath, and then suddenly Camus shows up. Camus like, don't jump! Why shouldn't I do it? Because I have something to live for? No, not that. Why? Because life has meaning? No, not that either. Oh, because of God and everything happens for a reason? Oh, God, no. Then why the hell, man? Why go on living at all? Because knowing life is meaningless and living it anyway is the ultimate rebellion. It's totally badass. You're totally like a rebel. You're not running from the absurd. You wake up every morning, you stare into the abyss, and you go like, yeah, man, that's cool. So, like, when life hands you a cosmic joke, the best thing to do about it is to laugh at it in the face. Camus doesn't want you to pretend there's meaning. He wants you to live like an outlaw of cosmic despair. So like, you go on not because life makes sense, but because you refuse to let the absurd win. It's definitely not a live, laugh, love kind of philosophy. More like a exist, suffer, push the fucking rock. Stop being a whiny little beta. Life's an L smile anyway. Keep hitting that gritty rock up the hill like a Sigma. Also subscribing to this channel. Oh, and Homeboy didn't come to that conclusion on his own. No, he had to be dragged off of the building.